Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another evening of racing. We find ourselves at round number 7 of season 2 of our GT3 championship, brought to you by Ingear Motorsport and Aspire Racing Team. And of course, I have the pleasure to be with the one and only, with the love of my life, my Charlotte to my Mackenzie. It's Mackenzie!
Benny! Oh.
No, Benny, we'll talk about him later. I don't want to talk about him now. Mackenzie Taylor, good evening.
Hello, Juan.
Hello! Good to see you too! Tyler, how
Can't
you
believe
doing?
we are round 7 of 8. It's the last round in a couple of weeks' time. Scary, scary thoughts already. But at least it's still fairly close, and we're looking forward to some more fun racing tonight. It's a fast track at Watkins, Glen, so let's see if it shakes things up a little bit. I'm looking forward to it.
Most certainly, I think we have a great championship all throughout. It has been incredible from start to finish. And right now, on the penultimate round of the championship here at Watkins Glen, it's going to be a very interesting race. We're talking about a track that is purely technical and certainly very aggressive. What do I mean by aggressive? People are going to try to go all in at every single opportunity they have. Mackenzie Taylor, I think I want to catch up with somebody here in this room before we proceed with the qualifying.
Oh, before. Special privileges on this week's live stream.
Because I want these ladies and gentlemen to see our reactions after hearing the love. You're going to feel the love. You're going to feel the light. Ah! It's Benny Meikle. Benny Meikle, are you here with us?
I am here. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Benny Meikle. I think Mackenzie Taylor wants to tell you something beautiful. Tell him.
I mean, I don't know what I have to tell Benny that he doesn't already know. He's the fountain of all knowledge. So we'll have to see. But maybe live chat has something to tell Benny. You have to see. And in the meantime, Benny might have some information to tell us. Racing Dutch, your biggest fan, is watching. There we are. He's specifically talking to you in the comments there, Benny, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Who else have we got? Andrew. Lots of support for Leander. I mean, we've not even got into quali yet, and Leander's getting shouted and support. So good to see. But yeah, Benny, what do you have to say to all your fans in the chat?
Well, what I have to say is the standings.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Here we go. Business. No time for messing around.
Go for it.
Octavio Pisco, P1. P2, Ollie Clark. And P3, my favourite, Helder Shakira.
Wow, wonderful. Wonderful emotion. Benny, I think this time we're going to get you to commentate a wrestling match. Hey? I see you on fire, brother.
All right.
Who wants a Benny reveal on camera for the last round?
Oh, since unfortunately Mackenzie Taylor's not going to be here, I think we should have on the lounge Mr. Benny Meikle.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
Who would like to torture me for 5 minutes?
It wasn't a no.
It wasn't a yes either.
Up the Gunners one.
The Gunners? You want to see the gun?
Oh, and Big Dave Racers straight in with the guess as well. He reckons pizza this week. Good shout. It was pie last week. Fish pie, if I remember correctly. So we'll have to see. Don't tell us yet, Benny. We want to save the suspense.
Indeed. But ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to wait any longer. We're going to move with a qualifying. So let's get those engines running. Brum, brum, brum. It's time to rock and roll. Qualifying is on its way. And here we go. With all of the drivers, here you see the count, you see momentarily leads the way on this qualifying session. Of course, I was going to check on this gentleman, but well, check in no more. Mr. Octavio Arajo Pisco has taken the lead, 42.624. Andrew's really close to him. Mackenzie, I think we should go with a lovely track guide. Would you like to take the reins, or do you want me to rock and roll it?
Oh, I think we need to rock and roll it.
Well, let's rock and roll it as we head into the inner loop. I see Mackenzie Taylor wanting to do a lot of work today. See him motivate into the outer loop he goes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I swear, you gotta enjoy being in the commentary.
Come on, Juan, you can do it. Keep it professional.
I can do it as, of course, Mackenzie Taylor teaches me. how to be professional on the broadcast. Certainly we head into the feet or the boot, better known as the boot, the feet for the British, you know. There you see Mr. Trev Anderson going through the heel and now into the toe. Mr. Anderson, let me tell you, this corner really tough, very misleading, late apex, easy to overrun it, and this hairpin right here is going to be one of the biggest points of accident, throughout the next 40 minutes of racing. Really tricky hairpin, lots of bouncing from the cars. It's a really bouncy surface right there on the hairpin. Right-hander, Anderson on the wall. And that will be a whole lap. Of course, we would have the 90-degree right in front of us, which would be turn number 1 and then into the S's. But unfortunately, Trev Anderson is going to have to let it go. Let's move with the SRT's own Quentin Verdonk. Mr. Mackenzie Taylor, wonderful job.
Quite a good comeback race for Donk last time, actually. Got a bit caught up in incidents at the start, but, you know, we saw some great overtaking coming back through the field in the race, didn't we?
Yeah.
Juan, actually, I don't think I've seen this before to ask, but on iRacing, if the car hits the wall like Anderson just did, does it invalidate the lap?
Yes.
Or
any
so
sort of
he'll need to go again?
contact. Yeah, any sort of contact will invalidate the lap. Doesn't matter if it's just a hit on the wall. Could be maybe if we had an open qualifier, even a slight touch on somebody's car, any sort of contact or off track will invalidate the lap to the driver, which is unfortunate. He will have to go again. We are already 7 minutes into qualifying. Octavio Pisco leads from Oliver Crack. And Luke Andrews up in P3. Then we got the 3 Andorrians. Vamos Andorra, coño! Marquez, Porsche, Shakira. And then Verdonk, Pereira Costa, Jega, and Graveson for the top 10. Graveson, you love the gravy. And well, let's check
before
out
we
the
get
chat.
too far in, just to say hello to everyone in chat. I know we sort of spoke to a couple of you quickly, but hello, welcome if you're just joining. You can see the numbers creeping up now as we're live for a little bit longer. So do come on and say hello. Do give us some interesting questions to ask Benny throughout the stream, because why not? And do just come and tell us what you think of the stream so far. Always good to hear.
Yeah, we love
And speaking of hearing, hope everyone's appreciating Juan's new microphone this week.
Sure. Big upgrade.
Crispy clear dulcet tones.
You hear those lows as something I cannot say on stream because we will get banned. And ladies and gentlemen, talking about getting banned, you can check our YouTube channel where we just actually posted a video. Surely you're going to have lots of fun on that. Mackenzie already being a little shy of the words he might have said on that particular night. But certainly check it out. Can please our lovely race director, Mr. Salmon Vetch, Benny Nico Malboro, post the link in the chat. That will be very helpful indeed. And of course, a big shout out, Mackenzie, to ART. I gotta say, having this 2 seasons with them, they have been incredible. We've had such a healthy connection and community all throughout the 2 seasons. I am in love with this championship in this order.
Yeah, it's been so fun. It's been nice to kind of merge the community together and have them looking after the bits that they do so well with the organisation. And everyone seems to really enjoy it. The racing has been, on the whole, so good the whole way through. We've had a couple little hiccups here and there. I think a couple races ago, wasn't it? We had that almighty crash that brought the safety car out. But when people get settled down and racing, we've seen some really close battles. I mean, last time especially, remember Scheuberg won driver of the day and was involved in all these really close battles, bits of like door banging and rubbing and racing, but you know, it was all really entertaining to watch, and everyone kind of come away smiling for the most part. So, and that comes from a good community. So, you know, it's good to be a part of it. Hopefully there'll be more of these championships to come. I'm looking forward to seeing what else we can do with the streams, with the content. We're going to have good old Mr. Harry Melvin back in the mix of Ingear Motorsport side of things soon, so he'll be able to help out a little bit as well. So strap in for that, everyone. But that means a bit more capacity on our side to help with the kind of the content and the media and everything that goes around the streams that we all really enjoy putting together as well. So hopefully it should just go from already good to an even better level for future championships. And look at that, we've got a stop coming in. Thank you very much. Or follow, sorry.
I gotta say, Mackenzie, you were very eloquent. Look at that word I just used there. Very eloquent talking from
Following your dictionaries again.
Oh my God, I got that. Oi, oi, oi,
Oi, oi, oi.
oi, oi. I've been working on that dictionary, my Gisel. Well, Giovanni, Como Rivera, double G. There you have him. Right now, going through the boot. Giovanni has to avoid this lap. Octavio Rajo Pisco is on another flying attempt, but everybody is right now on their last lap possible. I think Octavio might have one more in him. We'll see. So
some
far,
drivers sorry Juan, some drivers are just looking yet to actually set a time. Lorenzo, one of them on the list, unless he was just in practice and he's left. I can't see who's actually out on track all in one go. Let's have a little look. Brady, Graf, Blau and Scheuberg also will not yet set a time in qualifying.
surprising to see Autograph not putting a lap. I talk about him not only because he's my teammate, because I know he's one of the fastest drivers on the grid. We even saw it in practice. He was up in the P3, so really weird that he's not on track putting. Flying lap, Octavio Rajo Pisco crosses the line. And now he's going to go for a flying one. We're going to stay with him because he deserves all the TV time in the world. Of course, big thank you to James W319 for that follow. We go up into the S's as Flowy and Sid can get. Let's go back and forth with the Ferrari 296 of Octavio Rajo Pisco, the Andorian, making his country proud. Because what a season he has given us. Only one race where he didn't win. The rest has been all jackhammers from him. We go now into the auto loop. Fantastically done from Octavio Rajo Pisco. Heading into the very tricky downhill left-hander. Again, a very late apex. Need to be patient on that throttle input. We head now into the boot, and Octavio makes a mistake. That will be the end of the lap. You can see he's frustrated with himself.
A good point you mentioned earlier on is it's quite an aggressive track, and you see there you're having to use every single inch of tarmac to maximize the speed. You've got these long straights and fast flowing sections, so if you just let the car release a bit sooner on exit, that really pays dividends along the rest of the straight. But of course you go a bit too far, touch the grass, lose your traction, and you lose a load of time as well. So lots to gain, but also lots to lose if you take those risks, and the drivers will be pushing really, really hard. Yeah. But it's so close. You know, they're both in the same 10th between Clark and Pisco at the moment, and Luke Andrews is just a tiny bit behind that as well. You know, we're talking 7/700ths of a second between first and second. That's super, super close. So that's going to make for an interesting race. Of course, we're going to have slipstream effect coming into play as well there. So that might help the other drivers hang on to Pisco this time. It might not be so clean cut as some of the other races.
Yeah, and most importantly, once we go into the race session, overtaking is going to be key. Even more so, traffic management. We've talked about it many times. Let's be very clear with ourselves. What happened at Road America could easily be the same here, especially on that turn number one, even though you have a lot of runoff on the 90-degree right-hander turn number one. It's very easy to lose the car there. But ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you that qualifying is wrapped up. We're gonna go and check what Ingear Motorsports is all about, and when we come back on that formation lap, we're gonna get ready to rock and roll, and most certainly we're gonna hear from our race director, Benny Miko. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me in the chat, what has Benny had for dinner? We'll see you in just a few moments. to another Tuesday evening.
Pandemonium!
I knew it.
Welcome to the GT4 season finale. That, ladies and gentlemen, is £750.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. You can hear the engines roaring. Brrr, we're about to go rock and roll for 40 minutes at the Glen. And of course, we're going to head with our grid of the evening. Let's just go right on to it. Here you see it's going to be Octavio Araujo Pisco leading the way from Oliver Clark on the first line. On the second one, Andrews, Marquez, then Reyes, Porte, Cerqueira Costa, Verduncan Gravison for the top 10. We move forward down with Jega, Andrews, Pink, McGiff, Anderson, Leander, Cramp, Williams, Phipps, and Giovanni Rivera for the top 20. And then we have Dahlgren, Hackey, Leo Wallenda, Autograph, Lorenzito, Oro, Sander Blau, Jonas the Shoebox Schulberg, Nick Urs, and David Brady. Ladies and gentlemen, those are our 30 drivers of the evening. It's time to rock and roll, Mackenzie Taylor.
It certainly is, and it's the usual suspects at the front of the grid. Pisco, Clark, Andrews. Andrews, the champion of the last series that we ran. Oliver Clark, the only driver in the Ingear Motorsport Ferrari that you see on the left front of the row there. The only driver to defeat Pisco in the past, and of course Pisco, who's been utterly dominant throughout this series. So it's all to play for, and they're all in the same 10th of a second in their lap times in qualifying. So it should be a good race.
Well, Mackenzie Taylor, we need to hear from the man with asked the crowd a question.
Oh, we need more guesses. We need more guesses first, I think.
Yeah,
We've had tacos and pizza.
Tacos, pizza. I'm going to say my guess. I think it's going to be fake salmon and veg, which means a big burger.
I love that Pisco is just ahead of the pace car as well.
He's
With
putting
the match
dominance.
that's happening. Yeah. He's asserting himself before the race has even started.
He's asserting dominance on the safety car. What do you think, Benny?
Certainly is.
I'm going to go for... Oh, I would have said like a taco as well. Let's just go something random like lasagna.
Benny Minkle, what have you had for dinner?
I had from your hometown, actually.
Wow.
From your home country.
No way.
Chicken paella.
I want to shoot myself in the head, man. What's your big chicken paella?
Chicken paella, that's what I had for dinner.
Chicken
I had
paella.
I had chili con carne, actually.
Chili
Hey, that's Mexico.
chili con carne? What the fuck is
Con
chili with
carne.
carne? Chile con carne, coño. Mama huevo. Ese vato la coñilla de ahí. But what are you saying, man?
What did you have for one?
What did I have? Should we say that on the broadcast? Yes, I can. I ate a little bit of tostada with lomo. We're talking beef. Real beef. Oh, with that
Beef on
aioli.
toast.
Aioli. No, it's like baguette with the beef. Aioli.
Wonderful stuff. Right. there's a race about to start. Should we watch?
Yes, so please let me focus and do my job with them shooting with Kenny. It's a Toyota Biz car with an incredible start, as you can see. Untouchable there on the front. There you see the whole pack. And my God, this is where things are going to get tied. Look at Oliver Clark having a right up trade positions. They actually do. And on the back, everything seems clear. Somebody spinning. That is Andre Hackey, who has lost the car. Everybody going through the S's. My God, the speed of the GT3 3-1 through the S's. That is certainly not what you want to see from the lower God Almighty. How have they survived that? I don't even know.
No, I had visions of a huge incident there, sideways going up the back straight. Somehow got straightened up again, and
wow,
all worked out. And a great move from Marquez to take P3 away from Andrews. Oh, there we go, bit of contact.
Yeah, there you see Toby Andrews having contact with Andy Jager. Pneumonia! Top of the grid! Involved! My Lord! The incident, do you see the big crash? Andy Jager flying through the skies, bouncing left and right. Oh my days! And the other cars coming fast, didn't expect this, and it seems as we go live, the safety car has been thrown. Incredible! Benny Miko has managed to work the 1 week after 3 months.
Sprung into action there, but that's exactly why it exists as a function for us in this series. Yeah, and it was like the back probably 10 or so drivers that got most affected by that. And I need to look back on the replay, but there was one car barrel rolling. I mean, I've not seen a car roll in iRacing before, but it is newer to me. This is my second season running a series in iRacing. But yeah, I mean, have you seen cars roll that much before?
Oh yeah, especially on tracks like, we're talking tracks like, oh, here we have, sorry, another incident. Look, Andrews losing the car. I definitely saw big incident coming on Bathurst, for example. He's going to roll the car there. Let's take a replay on what happened. Let's go on the chopper. There you see the first incident, Jager. And then, of course, after that in front, we had a little bit of pandemonium, because the guy who was flying was onto the graph. As you can see, big contact, and whoa! Jesus.
It's reminiscent of Casino Royale and the Aston Martin's just rolling and rolling and rolling forever.
Yes.
Some serious action there. I do hope that Graf is not in VR, because that would not have been fun.
Oh yeah, and certainly we hope everybody's okay, because we know with nowadays direct drive wheels, one hit like that could actually hurt your wrist. Like, I've seen people get injured.
You could
with
be out the window.
Yeah, for example, me, you know, with how light I am on mass, I would go flying, Mackenzie.
Just like the mighty Bouchan that time that he ended up flung into the ceiling.
Yeah, and he still didn't. We still didn't see him on track yet.
I mean, yeah, this is why we don't see him. His direct drive must have failed, and he's stuck in the ceiling again. He can't get out.
I think
just two little legs.
Yeah, man, he has been stuck there for half a year already.
Someone should probably check on him.
His mama's throwing the foot down to the ceiling. Come on, boy. Oh, yeah. Big incident at the back of the field. We're going to have, I presume, a couple more laps behind the safety car.
I think the biggest thing to unpack there was at the front anyway, was Marquez got a fantastic move on Andrews. And that actually put Andrews in a vulnerable position. You could see he then ended up in that incident, fighting with other cars as well. So, such is the way usually. If you use the one spot and you kind of lose momentum, you can easily start to fall backwards, and you're just trying to cling on. And Andrews, not having the best of starts. So he'll be grateful for a safety car, I guess, to have a bit of a reset to try and go again. But he's also lost a few spots to try and work his way back. So he's got that to look at as well. What do we think in chat, everyone? Before I go back to Juan. What do we think of that? Because that was quite an interesting start. What does our chat think?
Well, I like to see what chat thinks, that's for sure. But I also want to mention, if we have the safety car for 2 more laps, pitting right now would be some sort of strategy. Thank you very much for the follow, Twito EU. And yeah, tell me, Mackenzie.
Yeah, just as you said that, Pisco went to drive into the pit lane and then drove back out again at the last second. So mind games going on with the drivers at the front.
Yeah, right
now.
now.
Your screens, but I was watching. Sorry, yeah, go on.
Right now, that's what I was about to say. Right now, it could be a good chance to get rid of your pit stop and just go till the end. Because at the end, you're saving time on the pit stop.
I mean, given how slow the safety car lap is, I can't believe that that's actually... I mean, what would be the drawback against that strategy, you might think? Because you're saving so much time. Yes, your tyres are going to be more worn at the end of the race, but while you're in the pits, everyone's going at this much, much lower speed. So you're going to, give away a lot less time.
Well, I think it could work depending on where you are on the grid right now. For example, for Octavio Rojo Pisco, I don't know if that would be... the optimal choice. The pit lane right now is closed, so nobody else can come in. Last lap, people did come into the pit lane.
Well, is it? I can't remember because our race director here, he might be able to tell us. Is the pit lane open or not when you do these? Because there was a bit of a way you had to do it to make it work for iRacing.
I couldn't tell you right now.
Incredible feedback
Wonderful.
from our race director, who always knows everything. The encyclopedia of iRacing schematics. Tell me, Mackenzie.
Yes, I think we were just looking in the background as well. There's a couple cars still finishing off repairs, but the safety car is going to do one more lap, and then that will be that by the sounds of it. So everyone's got one more lap, one more chance to dive into the pit lane if it is open, and serve their mandatory pit stop.
Yeah.
That's something we need to look up in the rules. I mean, it's only round 7.
Yeah, but for what I understand, either way, the pit stop is open in in an interval of laps where the safety car is out on track. As I said, we've seen from Vickers to Lorenzito coming into the pit lane. Of course, we got Sandra Blau, Autograph, and Michael Phipps, who I think have retired. Autograph certainly not going to come back after that sort of incident. There you see, he's even gone. Poor man, there's not a lot he can do. There's actually a car coming out of the pit lane that is Sandra Blau.
Yeah, I think that's what we were just waiting for. So that one car's come out the pits. That's the pit lane more or less clear. Everyone's had a chance now. So safety car will be coming in very soon. But that gives Blau a chance to catch up to the back of the pack. Bunches everyone up nicely, and then we can go racing and have another go. And it will be a 30-ish minute race rather than 40 minutes. So that will spice things up even more given how close it is at the front of the pack.
Yeah, nobody has taken that decision to come in. So from P1 to P19, so everything at stake. I suppose we're not going to have any more safety cars, considering we usually bring it out once an incident happens on lap number 1. Safety car, as you can see, getting ready to go for one
last
more.
lap now, while Blau's catching up, I think, yeah.
I think he's going to have time because he's going full throttle. So, and the good thing for him is he's actually going to have hot tires. He's going to have a good temperature on them. So, I think it's not
Watch
going
out
to
for
be
Blau.
happy. You see Sandra Blau slowly but surely coming through. Certainly no Ferraris on the grid. It's more than 10 Ferraris. Let's be honest. The newest addition to the iRacing GT3 series, and it's been working wonders for everybody. You see David Leander up in P10. Fantastically done. Another man that has gained lots of positions is one Mr. Jonas Jobark up in a P15, 14 positions gained from start. Could he be our driver of the day again? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll open driver of the day voting in 10 minutes time. Let's see how the restart goes, because it could be heaven or hell.
The other thing as well is if anyone was playing it a bit on the riskier side with their fuel and running lower fuel levels, that will have also helped them out a little bit, that they've sat behind the safety car at lower speeds. They'll be able to go a bit further into the race before needing to stop. So again, just opens that up, and people that maybe had more fuel will have a shorter stop. So it's always interesting how these things just shake up people's strategies and plans.
Yeah, you know, again, as you said, everything right now, this race is mostly about just strategy, more so than raw pace, because with 30 minutes and everybody remaining to pit, now it's even tighter. The chances are less. Ooh, I see a message from him. Hey, chat, David the Frisked humor. You want to hear some David the Frisked humor?
I need to know what it is.
I don't even know either, but I'm going to improvise. Mackenzie Taylor, do you know? No, I cannot say that on stream. Okay, no joking. We're going for a race.
After this much time, we have to make sure we don't miss the restart as well.
Yeah, we still have time, but yeah, no, we're not going to do that on stream. Well, you want to hear a joke? Benny Malboro. That is a good joke, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see Benny's face, finale at the Nordschleife. It could happen. I want to see it in the chat. Do you want to see Benny Mikkel's face reveal on the finale of the GT3 Championship?
Of course they do. But tell us anyway. And should we have a little look at David Leander, since we've got so many fans in chat?
Look at him.
Sort of tealy and blue-coloured Porsche. One of the Porsches trying to take on the Ferraris in our Porsche versus Ferrari Cup.
Well, Mackenzie, that yellow flag is going to disappear in just a couple of seconds, and now it all comes down to one Mr. Octavio Araujo Pisco. Let's see how the restart's going to go. The cars are ready, and so is Octavio with an incredible restart. No issues whatsoever. Oliver Clark is going to be clear, it seems, of Frank Porte. Actually, Porte's going to go down on the inside line. It's up as him between these two, but it's still the Ingear car looking like he's going to stay ahead. Porte pushed it a little too much. He couldn't make the braking zone. Let's go now. So up with Luke Anderson, Tim Williams, 12 Paul Cramp, who's right there in the middle with the Mercedes. And you see the side by side. It's the Frenchman with the overspeed. And as you can see, there has been a crash right in front. Again.
Oh, so often safety cars breed safety cars, don't they? And that's what's happened there for the back half of the grid. It looks like there's maybe three drivers had a push that have been really, really badly affected, and the rest kind of continuing through. So hopefully not as bad as the first one, but still, yeah, a lot of drivers taking damage in that as well. So we'll see. But a great battle at the front of the pack as well. Marquez and Porte going neck and neck on the restart into turn one. Porte actually having such a good run. He had a look at Oliver Clark for P2, but Clark managed to close the door off on that. But we've got a great little train forming, of which Reyes was on the back of it, but he's now back in the pits as one of the cars that has not made it through that restart.
You will see Nuno Barina Costa trying to drive the car, but is saying, yeah, that's not doable. He stops the car and brings it to the pit lane. Oh man, big incident. Big incident. Took big contenders for that podium. That was Luke Andrews, Miguel Marquez, and Jorge Reyes, as well as Nuno Barina Costa.
For all the chaos, a quick hello to Mrs. BT, who's made it on. I was looking for the message the whole time during the race start, but she's here now. She's here for the safety car restart.
Well, hello, Charlotte. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Dahlgren comes into the pit lane. We're going to have a 3-1 as we head into turn number one. Looks like Andy Jacob might have the inside on turn number one. It looks like the exit is going to be sublime for the Ferrari, and that's not even going to be a challenge. Andy Jacob moves up into 13. Let's move now with Tim Williams, who's closing in on Adam Lyall as well. Toby Andrews and David Brady having a little bit of a battle as we're heading to the inner loop. The BMW is just going to lift. Does not want to get himself into any trouble whatsoever. Keep in mind, Brady started dead last, and right now he finds himself on 11th. That's a great start, if you ask me. There you see Tim Williams and Adam Lyall still getting pretty close to one another. Lovely battle for P8. And Mackenzie seems like things are starting to calm down a little more.
Yeah, you can see Pisco just trying to stretch his legs out front. Clark was hanging on to a 1 second gap, but it's just starting to eke up now, 2 tenths, 3 tenths more. But we do have these little interesting battles shaping up, such as Lyall here. So we'll just have to see what happens in terms of that front end of the pack race. There's a long way to go, ultimately, in terms of this race. I can see Phoenix Sim Racing as well, asking for Adam Lyall, just at the point in time we switched the camera. So nice timing there, Juan.
Thank you, mate. It's, you know, I'm a professional. That's how they call me. Professional Juanito. There you see Leander, who has had an incredible start up in a P5, fighting with Frank Porte. Just for you to know, ladies and gentlemen, Octavio Pisco, the only man running 42s, 42.74 in his last lap. The rest of the drivers driving 43 to 44. Octavio Pisco is starting to pull away from Oliver Clark. And let's be honest, that has been the norm for the whole championship. There you see Leander. Porte. Can Porte go on the inside line of the inner loop? How is this one going to go? We know the Ferrari is not as good as the Porsche. Through the corners, you can see how much curve they have to take, and that is exactly what I was telling you about Mackenzie. This track is so dangerous because 1 millimeter too far on the curb, and you're going to be bouncing for a long, long time.
To see it as well, Leander going for the podium. Leander fans back still in chat. I mean, it's doable, isn't it? Leander running in P5 at the moment, started 16th on the grid. You know, even if that's stayed as it was, that's a huge result for David Leander. So you fans can be happy there watching on. See how that result goes. But yeah, if he can take it to the podium, who knows? We've got Verdonk and Shakira between him and that third step.
And you can see this battle's not going to stop. Leander, Porte are battling it out every single corner. We do have to be honest, Porte has the advantage pace-wise. So Leander is going to have to put one of the most exciting... Verdonk spinning around, and Porte says, thank you very much, I'll take that position. Let's take a look at what happened to Verdonk, who I think, we couldn't see it too clearly, that was taking too much curve. Let's see if we can get the replay again. Yeah, too much curve. Looser on the curve and then hitting the wall hard.
Lucky that didn't take out any of the other cars around him though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Verdonk there just getting kamikazed across the track between two cars. So lucky. But take a breath, Leander fans, because he's still going. And that's another car cleared, although Porte did get through in that moment as well. But let's see. You know, that's another car that was running at the front, out of the way.
Oh, Brady, that's not the place to slow down, Cowboy. In front, we got Jaga, Pink, side by side, heading into the inner loop. Look at how much of a package it's building up there in the middle of the field, side by side, through the inner loop. Ricky Pink took a bit to it, but Andy Jager gets it done. Beautifully done from the DSRT driver. But look at the Porsche, he's back on the hunt. Could he put the car on the inside as we go down the hill? Looks like that is not going to be the case. And we have had a little bit of an incident. Look at Bruce. What has happened to him? Little bit of a punt on the back indeed. Pereira Costa.
Very odd one, that one. That was just mid-corner. He had so much overspeed on the car in front of him. It was like he just didn't expect it. Didn't expect to catch that much on the apex of the corner and just spun the car in front around.
Yeah. There's not a lot. Good on, but I do want to take a look at this man. You know who it is. Lorencito is back with us, and he's on P14. Look at him go, the cowboy and the cowgirl supporting in the chat. Hello, woman. There you see him, P14 for Lorenzo. And
I was about to say, is his girlfriend supporting in the chat? Have I missed that one then?
well, I don't know if she's in the chat. I know she's watching because he told me. But you know what I like to do right now, Mr. Mackenzie Taylor? I like to take a look at the incident that we had at the start of the race. Because now that things have calmed down on track, I think we really should check out what exactly happened. Let's see.
Saw another car spearheading off. I don't know if it was Jaeger. Yeah, Jaeger's just had an incident, but we can watch this replay first.
Yeah, let's go and watch it, if I can find it, of course. Looks like I will, maybe? This is the accident from Jaeger. There you see the spin. This is one of the incidents at the beginning, the one that caused the incident. Let me see if I can find it. I think I won't be able to do so. Ay.
It's further up.
Could it be this one? I think so. No, this is the grid. This is the grid.
And if you are just joining us while Juan's looking for these, we had a safety car after an initial incident that saw one of the cars barrel rolling across the track, and several drivers all involved in huge amounts of damage. And it was towards the end of lap 1. The first few corners actually went really smoothly, but towards the end of lap 1 we had a big issue. A few laps under safety car, everyone got repaired, got themselves back up and racing again, but it was almost an immediate huge crash once again. And our rules are for this series, where it is a 40-minute sprint, we have one safety car if it's in the early stages of the race, in the first lap or two. Other than that, no more safety cars. So unfortunately, that has meant a few casualties. And we saw Luke Andrews getting involved in an incident a minute ago, but he did that whilst also being 2 laps down after being in the pits for an extensive repair. So yeah, lots of drivers having a lot of issues, but it means we've had some real excitement for the... oh, there we go. That was another close moment. Juan's just found there with
here we go.
Andre.
Was it this that prompted the incident at the beginning? Oh, there we saw the car. Remember, that was the car that we thought, oh my God, how did he save it? And then, of course, we're getting closer to the pandemonium. There you see.
So is this the restart now that we've managed to find?
This is the beginning of it all. Let's see if we can find the instance.
Yeah, because the top 4 or 5 all got away really nicely. And again, Porte and Marquez trying to put the moves on.
Yeah, we're going to go live because I cannot exactly find the moment. Oh, here you see. Well, that was the contact with Andrews. And then behind him, that's where we had the yellow flag, didn't we? Yeah,
that one was not too bad. It was then soon after that, I think, like the mid to the back of the pack, which was crazy. Yeah. But anyway, and Porte and Marquez got caught up in it. So Marquez is, I think, is out. This he's got going again. Porte's fine after some damage. Didn't lose much time. Oh, what a mystery to piece together, you know. Yeah, such is the wonders of live streaming, everyone. We see what you see in a little bit more in the background that Juan has access to. But I guess this is going to be a good one to put some clips together for socials, so we'll see what we can do.
Well, yeah, I can tell you that right now, this is the reason why I couldn't find it. I have 347 incidents, so that's why it's a little hard to find the one. But here we see Wayne McGiff in a little bit of a sandwich with Giovanni. Giovanni trying to defend it. Ricky Banker trying to go on the inside of Mr. Wayne McGiff. He should have the inside for the toe. Yes, he has it. Easily done.
Ricky Pink putting on some good show for us today, actually. We've seen some good moves, good battles. So good to see that the drivers are there, still having a good race. And of course, we've got all the Leander fans rallying around David Leander at the front. He's still in P5, so we'll have to see what happens there. Trev Anderson, who didn't even get a lap in qualifying until the very end, is now running P6. Some huge net gains. Luke Andrews is in chat, though. I saw he said that was a fun one. What actually happened, Luke, from your point of view?
Yeah, because we've seen you spun around not once, but twice, I think. So I'm sure you can give us a little bit of a POV of how things have gone. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, the driver of the day voting is open. All you have to do is type the name of your favorite driver, and he will gain 1 points in the championship. Mackenzie, we've said this a million times. All the championships we've had in the history of Ingear, championships have been decided by 1 or 2 points. I don't think this is going to be the case with Octavio Pisco, but certainly for spots at the podium, for spot at the higher part of the table, surely it matters so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is type the name of your favorite driver, and we'll round them up.
Yeah, definitely, and echoing that on the driver of the day, it's always been so close in many occasions, and it makes all the difference. Last championship between Andrews and Baptista Megre, you remember we went into the final race, and I think they were either neck and neck exactly, or there was 1 point in it. And those driver of the day points all add up to keep people in the race, because it's, of course, you don't have to win by a point to win the championship. So get voting, people, get those names in there. One for Adam Lyall already from Phoenix Sim Racing. Let's see how many David Leander votes we get, though. I've got a feeling we might get a few today.
Yeah.
And this is another man, the previous driver of the day winner, Jonas Scheuberg. He had a great race last time, and he's putting on a good show again today.
I have to say, yeah, he's doing pretty damn well. There's a show we're fighting with Adam Gravison. We've had an incident from Andre Hackey. What's happened to him? Remember, he spawned at the first corner of the race. Oh, on his own. Too much braking force on the rear axle, and unfortunately that is to spin the LTD vote for Toby Andrews at the moment, doing well. Can I tell you something, Mackenzie?
I was waiting for Luke to put a vote in for himself since he was in the race.
Do you know what?
Get some points back.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, these Arsenal fans, not good, my friend. We got
I did see an up the Gunners comment earlier on.
Oh, God. Yeah, actually. Well, you still have time to change it, you see. It's Giovanni trying to fight with Ricky Mink, who is not being able to go past the Mexican force. Yeah, hello, Mexico. Of course, you know I'm Mexican, so, you know, I feel my ese vato. Grande, Giovanni. Te queremos, Giovanni, un montón. Aquí en Ingear Motorsport. Let's go with Linda. Now having to fight with Trev Anderson. Nearly everybody has pitted. Just a few drivers to do so. And this is surprising, Mackenzie. Pisco making quite a bit of mistakes off-tracks wise. Oliver Clark still on a 2.5 seconds. The pit stop could win this for the Ingear driver.
Yeah, and of course he's the only driver to have beaten Pisco so far this championship. So you never know, he might be able to do it again. He had some incredible pace in Brazil at Interlagos circuit for that race to take the win. So a bit of a different type of track here. It's surprising to see how much pace he's got, but he's really closed the gap to Pisco versus the last race where Pisco was just untouchable in terms of lap time. So he's hanging in there. You're right. We could see. And I was just going back to the Leander and Anderson battle. They both started 16th and 15th on the grid, and they are now 5th and 6th on the track. So great to see that they've both gone forward together. And in fact, going back, we've got a 12th on the grid was Andrews as well, Toby Andrews. So he's kind of in the mix. So those three have really come forward from starting near the sort of mid-pack to right at the front.
Here you see another battle that is going to be interesting. Teammates battle. It's Porte and Benimico. How is it? Shakira. This is 5 for P3. As you can hear, Benimico not being able to interact with us a lot. I'm sure he's a sweaty boy right now, working his ass off.
He's preparing his fish and veg for next week, probably.
Hey, I dare Benimico to do the face reveal and show me the salmon, because there ain't no other way I'm going to believe Benimico eats salmon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you don't either. You're on my boat.
Well, should see how he's doing, actually. It was, he had a busy start there with a safety car.
Ooh.
As David Leander drops into the pit lane. I just saw in another shot.
Indeed.
Ben Marlborough, how are you finding the race? How's your evening going?
Been a pretty chaotic race, really. Lots of stuff going on.
You can hear the emotion in the voice there. He's on the edge of his seat. Have you had any cans of Monster recently? Monster Energy?
Not today. I have not. No, not today.
Any coffee?
Yeah, a few coffees, about 5.
5 coffees.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you.
I can tell with your energy levels.
I
It's just shining through.
Man, I'm feeling your veins full of caffeine. Oh my God, Benny! I feel it! I gotta tell
I
you.
think we're crashing. We're crashing now. That's what's going on.
I gotta tell you, man, you have the power. You got the touch. You got the power. Well, 14 certificate finding. And let me tell you this, Benny Miko, look at this. Your man, David Linda, in a little bit of a choo-choo train. For
Yeah, just come out of the pits into traffic. That's never what you want from your pit stops, and that's what your engineers would be trying to avoid in the real world. And up ahead, we've got a car on the grass. There's about to be all sorts of dodging needed.
Oh my God! Oh
Bit of
my
wall.
days! A bit of wall. Andy Jega is he missing his what? Let's take a.
Jager's had a few incidents as well.
Oh,
He
yeah,
saw
yeah.
him go off on his own earlier.
What? Wow! That little head just took the whole front of Jager's car. Let's take a replay again. Look, little touch with Linda, and the engine exposed. We knew Jager had a big incident before, and that was the tip of the iceberg. Oh man, that's a lucky. That's Jager retiring immediately.
And lucky for Leander as well that he didn't get taken out of the race completely. Did have a bit of a clatter into the wall. It was fairly square on, so with a bit of luck he can continue with a bit of pace still. But it was one of the Andorran AOA eSports cars, sorry, ACA eSports cars that got caught in that. I'm trying to figure out which one. So I think it might have been Marquez, who's having, of course, a bad race after the start. He's a lap down. I was trying to get out of the way, but just kind of came right back in the middle of them all.
Yeah, that's not a good place to, let traffic by. It's unfortunate. But Mackenzie Taylor, that is racing. That's what happens, And here we have a battle. It's Giovanni. It's Giovanni. And Quentin Verdonk. I know you love that song. I see. I'm making songs for everybody. It's Giovanni. Give it to me, Mackenzie.
I don't think I could give anything of that sort.
Well, there you see. It's Giovanni. Having to stay behind. Come on, Mackenzie. Give me that sauce.
There's about 10 things I was going to say there. I just thought, no. It's a busy week, Juan. I can't be doing these things right now.
Come on. Now you're going to act.
Come on, man. I don't know
on.
what you want me to do.
What do you mean? Now you're going to act like you're a professional or something? Sing
That's
to me.
it. This is a professional live stream. This is a professional broadcast. Thank you, everyone, for joining and putting up with Juan's crazy, unprofessional attitude.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You are absolutely terrifying what you're saying here. There you see Schauberg and Williams nearly trading positions. Looks like Williams is going to stay ahead or not. Shelby! Looking for the inside line. It wasn't enough. He tried the launch, didn't work. Now both of them are going to lose quite a bit of time. Leo Anderson in the pit lane. Ete Giovanni. Come on, I'm giving you one more shot, Mackenzie. Do it for me. Ete Giovanni.
But it's Giovanni.
No, este es Giovanni, but singing it. Ete Giovanni.
Is this a song where you come from?
No, I just invented it.
Okay. Stop inventing. Please stop inventing.
You bastard. Well, let's go with Linda. Even though he had that little tap on the wall, he doesn't seem like he's lacking any pace. And he might already go on the inside. He actually goes through. Ete Giovanni. Who drops to the back. I see. I know that song is getting to you. Coulthard, my brain froze. Oh, no, man.
David Coulthard, ex-Formula 1 driver. Good to see you.
I got to be honest with you. I know you're not David Coulthard, but the real David Coulthard, I hate that son of a... Well, let's leave it there.
Insult the guy. He just tried to come and said hello.
I don't like him. The real one. The fake one. The real Coulthard in the chat, I like him. Here you see Dahlgren and Leo fighting. Leo just came out of the pit lane. Of course, GT3, Octavio Pico, vamos Pica. You know what I would like to have on the last round of the championship? Interviews with the podium. That'd be nice.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Let's make it happen. speak to our friends at ART and see if we can get something sorted.
Yeah, I'm actually going to talk in Spanish for a second. Daniel Martínez, ¿tú crees que podamos traer aquí a Octavio Pisco para hablar con nosotros? Yo traduciré al inglés si él no sabe hablar inglés. I'm basically saying that I'm asking Danny, who's a teammate,
English,
if I'm not
only
mistaken.
English.
Yeah, that if he could have an interview with us, obviously I will translate it to English. Me gusta tu culo, okay. Coulthard, we love you. The one in the chat, David Coulthard. Hell no, uh-oh. Dahlgren and Leon still fighting. Toby Andrews comes in, as well as McGiff and Giovanni. Daniela, ay Daniela, perdón, que pensaba que era Daniel. Perdón. Pues si es posible, te mando ahora mi Discord y si quieres hablamos un momento. Gracias, Daniela. Basically, I thought it was a man and it's a woman. That's
Lots of people have had that problem before, and I'm sure lots of people have that problem again, Juan.
Oh man, I feel a little disappointed with my skills. You see, a shoebox on a Tim Williams still. Look at the overspeed. Mackenzie, you mentioned it before, and we need to mention it again. The slipstream is such a big game, especially on this first and third sector. There you see Jober nearly going through, showing the nose, but I don't think he's going to be able to make anything out of this. There you see, nice run from both, but no move to be seen. Then in 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, we will close. Driver of the day. Daniela, there you have it. Score.
Oh, Schroberg looks like he's going to make it work this time then. He manages to get through the Sausage Dodgers Porsche and gets himself up into P15. So
ooh. There you saw Williams try to bring it back, but wasn't able to finish the job. Let's go quickly with Lyall and Dahlgren. Everybody has pitted, so now we have, I think, 3 laps to go. Maybe 2. We'll see. I do have to say, a great effort.
A little self-plug in the chat there, Juan, I see.
No, that's my Discord, so we can get Octavio. What you mean a plug? The only plug I have is something that I cannot say on the stream. That's the only plug I like.
Yeah, pushing boundaries this week, aren't we?
No,
pushing boundaries.
I mean my Twitch channel, 20 Minute BC, ladies and gentlemen. I'm joking. Oh,
so, driver of the day, back to it, is currently going in the way of David Leander. So get your votes in now if you want to try and vote for your favourite driver. You just have to type their name in the chat box, hit enter, we'll add them up. Our race director is there and loving life while he counts them and makes sure that he has them right for us. And we'll announce it very soon.
Yeah, we are closing the votes in 1 minute, 15 seconds. Dave Leander, everybody loves him. Look at him.
HMPF trying to sneak a second vote for Leander in there, look.
Oh, we've had a crash. We have a little bit of an incident with Andre Hackey. Another David Leander. You gotta love the fans supporting him. The Canadian Andre Hackey not having so much luck. Another spin. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. Not having a good time with that Porsche tonight. Poor Hackey out there. Just showing it's a notoriously difficult car to drive, isn't it? That kind of mid-engine setup, how quickly it switches around ends on you. The rear end wants to overtake the front end and you're facing the wrong way. But particularly tracks like this, you know, that mid-corner point, it just is so easily done. And you were talking about the curbs earlier as well. That can unsettle the car, disrupt the air around it as well. The downforce gets upset on the higher speed parts very, very easily too. But you can see the drivers that are making the most of it are moving forward just by being consistent, putting in the laps. And we've seen some huge gains for some of the drivers in the race tonight. Trev Anderson, one of the highest at the moment, from P15 to P5, 10 spaces up.
Great stuff from Lorencito, eh? We have stuff from Lorencito. My God, he started 26th. Right now, he is 8th. He has already pitted. This could be an insane result for him. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are now about to start the last lap of the evening. There you see Octavio Pisco right now on the third sector. Big props to Lorenzo, you know, who hasn't driven in a while. We love him. I know he has been going through some stuff. We love some Lorencito here at Ingear and Mackenzie. Last lap is on its way. We are closing driver of the day voting. Ladies and gentlemen, David Leander is going to take the cake and take that extra championship point. And now, with just a few minutes to go, to be exact, 2, Octavio Pisco is going to lead us through it. Or now, because we need to go quickly with Wayne McGiff, Toby Andrews, and of course, the Gravy. Mr. Gravy is in closing in. Look at a 4-man fight on the last 2 laps. So you see Andrews already took one. The 3-1 through the corner. This is unbelievable. Is he going to make it work? My God, Toby Andrews, the exit. Look at the sandwich in the middle. It is Mr. Wayne McGiff. Look at the overspeed from the Ferrari. Get the Porsche go through on the inside line. Now it's Lil. And Mr. Tommy Andrews is now in the middle of the pack. There you see Wayne McGiff is actually gonna make it work. This is unbelievable. What a fight from this 4. But wait, it's not over. Tommy Andrews was looking for the inside line as we're going into the penultimate corner of the track. He's not going to be able to make the move done just yet now. He's undergoing a little too further away. Wayne McGiff. That is one of the best moves I have seen in a long, long time.
Great racing by all of them there. 3 abreast the whole way up. And actually, I thought Andrews was going to get through on all 3 of them. And it's just, I've watched it on another angle.
Oh,
McGiff just had a huge moment into the wall. And Andrews clipped his rear quarter. Hopefully we'll get a replay of that in a sec. And Pisco must be about to cross the line as well. All happening in the closing stages.
There you have him. It's the last corner for Octavio Araujo Pisco. The checker flag is out, and Octavio reigns supreme. Takes the victory. Let's try to take a look at what happened.
13 seconds clear.
Oh,
of
you
Oliver
see
Clark.
there. Oh, that was a punt. Let's take the replay again.
Yeah.
You see, well,
Just tries to rejoin the racing line, but Andrews is there on the outside and just clips the rear quarter.
Borte P2, Shakira P3, Andorans taking the full podium. Clark on 4th, Verdonk on 5th. Great race from him as well. Trev Anderson is going to end it in 6th. Leander actually on a P7, our driver of the day. Very well deserved. And a man that we haven't spoke about a lot. Lorencito, what a comeback. P8 for Lorenzo behind Dahlgren and Adam Lyall to finish at the top 10. Here you see poor McGiff has been dropping spots left and right after an amazing race from him. It's a shame to see it end like that. Well, Mackenzie Taylor, let's go back with our lovely faces, because that has been a pretty entertaining race at Watkins Glen. And this is just a snapshot of what we're going to get in the last round of the championship at the Nordschleife. I cannot
Just
wait
like a
for
bit
it.
like mind blown from that one, you know? It's just, there was so much to try and take in. You'd need to watch it from 10 different cars' angles the whole way through to understand what the hell happened. You know, the safety car restart, that incident that saw Luke Andrews ultimately go out of the race, but so did several other drivers and take a lot of damage. We barely even managed to talk about that in any great detail. And then we had all this great racing going on. I'm trying to figure out if there was an overlay issue that Oliver Clark dropped loads of time at the end, or if he was actually P2, or if not, he was P4 because the overlay changed. So lots to unpack. But what are we thinking, chat, of that? It looks like David Leander fans are happy. He had that huge gain from P7, was it, up to 16? Sorry, no, P15 to 6th, 7th, or whatever. So yeah, huge result for him. And Lorenzo. I'm sure you'll talk about Lorenzo.
You know, I gotta love that Lorenzo. What a race from him. But again, the endurance reigns supreme. Podium for the team. Araujo Pisco being the one who leads the team as per usual. That is the phrase you've been hearing me say for the whole season. As per usual, Mr. Standards, Mr. Pisco is untouchable. Only one man could. That was Oliver Clark, who has finished in P4. Thank you for the follow, Sun King Sweat. And, you know, I want to have a word with you before we go off the air, Mr. Taylor, because unfortunately, you're not going to be here with us on the last round. So I think you should have a couple words to the people that are watching. Of course, big thank you to all of you who are here with us.
Yeah, unfortunately, going to be away, working away at an event for a couple of weeks. So it means I'll be away next week and then the week of the final race at the Nordschleife, which I'm super excited to hopefully try and watch and see what the result is. But yeah, again, we were saying earlier on, this is the second season that we've ran on iRacing, so it's still pretty fresh for us. ART have been working or not working, racing in iRacing a little bit longer, but certainly again the collaboration between us, it's been great. Really enjoyed it. Lots of cool people in the community. Everyone's generally racing quite fairly. I think a few people might be a bit disgruntled after tonight, but for the most part, the racing's been really, really clean and fun and enjoyable to watch. Really enjoyable to commentate on. So looking forward to more of it in other seasons to come. And seeing as I won't be able to say it next time round, thank you to you, Juan, for your help as always and your energy that you bring to these. And of course to Ben Meikle as well for the extra energy that he adds in on top.
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm sure.
And to everyone for commenting as well, by the way, because actually we're getting a little bit more comments on chat every time we go live with these, and it actually means a lot because it gives us people to talk to and interact with, which is what we're here for. We want everyone to enjoy it. So thanks for getting stuck in with chat as well, everyone.
Indeed, well, what a beautiful, what a beautiful message from Mackenzie Taylor. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you all for being here. Again, Octavio Pisco takes the lead. My friends.
Sorry, Juan, just quickly, I don't want to leave a question unanswered. HMPF, if you go to SimGrid and look up ART on SimGrid, you'll be able to look at the standings on there and see championship standings and race results. So go to SimGrid and search for Aspire Racing Team.
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you very much to each and every single one of you. Next week, we got a break. Then we got the finale, 1 hour, Nordschleife. We hope to see you all there. Remember, face reveal, Benny Meikle is also going to be there with the Salmon. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all, and I hope you have a great night. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Hey, shady baby, I'm hot.